of our forum is to support women social innovators to be able to be even more effective in the work that they do, and to build cultures of inclusive leadership in their companies and across the global development sector.
I think this kind of convening of women is how you build critical mass and how you get momentum moving.
With all the challenges development is facing, we need to be more relevant and to deliver more results. And the way we do that is through increasing women's leadership, increasing diversity.
We're kind of telling the world what they should do, but we're not doing that in-house. So this is bringing together the best practices from the industry, but from other industries as well, in order to advance not only women, but diversity within our institutions. This is one of a kind. I've never seen that before. So I think it's key to start shaking our industry.
Women are beginning to fully deploy the power of the networks so that they can advance their career.
The Forum to Advance Women's Leadership in the Global Development Sector is for women at all stages of their career, from early to mid, those who are at the executive leadership team level or aspiring to that level.
Events like this provide inspiration, and so just kind of times when you're not sure where you're supposed to go, looking at other people and seeing that they didn't know what they were supposed to do at certain points. So having that inspiration to continue on and change the world.
It's affirming to hear women at different levels sort of echoing the same struggle, the same understanding that you really have to hustle.
It's important because it really brings together not just leaders from the international development community, but also burgeoning leaders, those that are really trying to gain skills in leadership. I wish an event like this would have existed for me like 30 years ago when I was starting out in international development. Fortunately, I had really good male and female mentors, but I think this forum is kind of creating that network and that community. Fiona called it a movement.
We're a very mission-oriented and caring sector, and a lot of our work is focused on how we're helping people in developing countries, working on environmental issues, health issues, peace and security. However, we are not accustomed to looking at how we can invest in ourselves and our own leadership growth.
I think we bring a certain thoughtfulness, considering that women are 50% of the population at large, but not represented in leadership. I think the perspective of what it would take for organizations to keep women, promote them, train them, give them the skills that they need, we've got unique insight into that.
It's really important for both women and men to understand the role of diversity and inclusion in our organizations, not only for the work that we do on the ground in our projects, but also the way we work within our organizations.
What people really enjoy about the forum is that they are having leadership growth, which means it's the opportunity to deepen and broaden their leadership skills. And in a sector where we invest a lot in improving our business development skills or our technical skills, we don't necessarily receive a lot of support around how we can be even more effective leaders.
Everybody knows the culture eats strategy for breakfast, and it really absolutely is true. And I think that everybody in an organization has a responsibility to be building their culture. But there's a special responsibility that comes from leadership in terms of defining what is that culture that we want to build and that we want to work in.
It's really important that we build the right structures and the mechanisms in the organizations to address this ongoing, as opposed to just approaching it in one-off situations.
I think it's important to bring women together who share common goals, common purpose, are working in a common sector, because we don't often get those chances to connect.
Really fantastic to be part of a larger group that has taken their organizational hats off, has put their feminist hats on, learning hats on, advocate hats on, to come together to talk about ways in which we create a better workplace, a happier, a safer workplace for all.
People can expect the opportunity to deepen and broaden their leadership skills, gain information, best practices, research about how to build the most inclusive organizations possible, and they can expect to network and develop friendships with leading women and men across the global development sector.